Paul McCartney has received countless accolades over his long, distinguished career, including 12 Grammy Awards, 46 platinum albums, and 29 #1 hits. But last March, he received an extra special honor, knighthood from the Queen. And as Sir Paul told me recently, it was an experience he will never forget.
I was just nervous as usual, you know, like anyone who goes through those things. It's a bit of a haze when you're going through it. I was thinking, I'm doing this thing in front of Her Majesty. I've got a lot of respect for the royal family. People who grew up in my generation was before the kind of thing that's happened more recently with the younger royals. I saw the Queen get crowned, and it was quite a big thing in 1953, where I was like 11. So it's a special thing for me, you know, and I've seen her on and off through the years and talked to her a little, and I think she's good, you know. Whenever I've talked to her, she's very sensible. And sounds a bit patronising,
Most of us can't even imagine having a conversation with the Queen, that she would have a normal conversation.
Well, that's the funny thing about it is, you know, I think that sometimes, perhaps, when they get with people like me, or other famous people, like the other Beatles, for instance, I think they can feel a little bit at home. Because we're famous like they are. They're more famous in many ways, you know, but we've experienced that thing. So we're kind of, in a way, a little bit soulmates. It's a bit presumptuous for me to think that, but that's my theory. I mean, I went to Prince Charles once. I was just talking, because I see him on various things. He's very into organic farming, so am I. So we meet occasionally. And I met him, and I was feeling very sort of real. And I just sort of said, you know, I said, "How are you?" Looked him right in the eye, sort of took him back. He said, "Oh, what?" I said, "How are you? You know, how you feeling?" And the dude, it was a bit that, you know. And he said, "Oh, I'm alive, I'm still..." But nobody else does that, you know.
You just said something that kind of sparked my curiosity. You said that she's more famous than you. I don't know if my friends would agree with that.
I have to say that.
Out of respect.
It's a bloody tower for me if I don't.
Okay. We don't want you to go to the tower.
Not just yet.
If the Queen, your friend the Queen, were to call you today and say, "Paul, the house band at Buckingham Palace has the flu.
Yeah.
I need you to put together the band, the greatest band for one night."
Yeah.
Who would you want to play with?
Who'd be in it? The Royal Grenadier Guards, because they're her favourites.
So it would be
and
what
they don't
she
play
was.
very well, but they play selections from South Pacific, which she loves.
Show tunes.
Seriously. And during the investiture, you know, when I get through the knighthood thing, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. You know, is someone taking the mickey here? Then there is nothing like a dame. Ba, ba, ba. Wait a minute. Should I be reading some significance into this?
Do you have a super group?
Who would I put together a super group? They're all dead, my super group. Are we allowed to get them from heaven?
Okay, let's do it that way.
Anyone? Heaven? Yeah. John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, Ringo. I'll play bass. George. There's a lot of them. That would be pretty good. Kids. Me and Linda say our greatest achievements are our kids. Well, it's the most real, it's the most tangible, you know. Yeah, I'm very proud of the kids. I really am. They're great people.
You are Sir Paul. Your home, where you grew up as a kid, is now part of the National Trust. It's a historic monument. You've had so much success. What do you want your legacy to be?
I don't know, really. Most important things for me are values, or in my case, like family values. If people listening to me chunder on about my kids or the family and how much it means to me, see something in that they want to emulate, then that'd be great for me. Then second would be music. I hope they like